Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Muse Jester. My name is Junior. If you saw my last video, the toy value, talk about the McFarlane, Hourman, and Master Universe, you saw me pull these out. These are from Spinmaster, a company that's currently about to lose the DC license in about a year or so, and that's very, very regretful because I've looked at some of their stuff, and they have a wide variety of choices in terms of what they're offering with DC toys. They had a 4-inch version of DC toys, very, very minimalistic, about 5 or 7 points of articulation, very toyetic, but at the same time they were like $5 or something like that, or $7 or something. And some of them were in mech armors, and then they had like right now they have 6-inch figures, which is weird that they're getting to 6-inch figures. They have 12-inch figures here as well. This is $10. But I was on Walmart and I saw that they had a crypto RC helicopter type, and it was like $40. But still, though, a wide variety of toys that you can choose, and they're not limited to just let's just do 6-inch. No, they're just like all over the place, which is kind of interesting to have. So this is Superman. I ordered this like 2 or 3 days ago, and I can't believe I already got it. And it's a Build-A-Figure, but what's kind of depressing about it is you have to get all 6 figures. And yes, I want to get Mrs. Terrific, I want to get Hawkgirl, and I'm kind of iffy on Metamorpho because of those stupid pants he's wearing, and the Engineer. The Engineer is kind of interesting character because I can swear this is from the Wildcats or one of the Image comics that property that they bought out. This was with that group that has the one done by Jim Lee, the one that also has the Authority and everything. I could have sworn that they had a character called Engineer and she was female as well. Anyway, let me open up Superman over here, and we'll open up Guy Gardner as well, and let's look at it really quickly. Alright, so there's the 2 figures out of packaging. As you saw from the packaging is not really that impressive. It's not going to withstand any kind of kicking or folding or anything. It is not a premium box, and it's not a collector box. And to be honest, it feels like this company and the toys that you're getting are simply that, toys. They're not for collecting. They're toys. Those packaging are meant to be ripped and all that stuff, not meant to be displayed or anything like that. So keep that in mind. If you want to collect, if you're one of those collectors who are mint in box, has to be perfect, you can get them. It's just not going to be in your favor because they're very flimsy. These, by the way, are $10.49. $10.49 for a 6-inch figure. Let me go ahead and measure it out just to make sure exactly. It is exactly 6 inches. They're both exactly 6 inches. Now, for a 6-inch figure, and then you have a Build-A-Figure, and then it's like $10.49. That's, I don't know. It's like I'm back in 1989 or 1990, where, yeah, this would be the same price, probably around the same price that I bought DC Universe Classics when I started buying them from Wave 1 and everything. I think those started at like either $12 or $9.79. I can't remember. But man, oh man, look at that. $10.49, 6-inch figures with a Build-A-Figure. I can't believe that. Now, I'm going to say this. Let's look at the articulation. Why don't we? So articulation-wise, side to side on the head, shoulders can go slightly past 90 all around. There's no bicep cut. The shoulder, the elbow over here can go as high as, I'm going to give him 90, and it does have a swivel. Oh, look at that. Look at how that elbow just bends out of the way. That plastic is soft. Look, and it's even kind of getting strained. You see how the plastic is actually changing colors? Because that's basically being bent. So the quality on the material is not good. no waist, and the legs go slightly below 90. I'm not gonna give him 90 for that, but it does have a hinge here so he can kick out. This is almost similar to the DC Universe Classics articulation on the hip. And then for the knee, you do have a 90 and it does have a twist. And notice how the plastic just bends out and gets kind of stretched out. Now I'm pointing that out and I'm like, I'm not completely disappointed because this is only 1049. 1049. If you know this, I'm gonna say this toy that I'm holding right now, I'm really happy with it as it is. I know, look at this cape. Ugh, that cape is horrible. I intend to replace it. This is perfect for customizing. And then look at the detail on this hand. That is hokey. But look at the detail on the face. Look at that. If that does not look like the actor whose name I can't remember, something like Sweat something. Corn Sweat. Yeah, that looks like the actor, honestly. I think a good paint job will just make this thing shine. But I really don't mind. Let me see if I can get another a much closer look on the head. Oh my god, yeah, that looks definitely looks like the actor. Paint job is awful. It's very, very basic, but at least it's not like sloppy or anything. Maybe it is. Maybe the eyebrow on this side is slightly lower than it should be. But and while we have that, let's look at Nathan Fillion. This guy though, this looks like Nathan Fillion. This is so funny. Oh my god. But the paint job is like that's the paint job I would do. That's how bad it is. And it looks almost definitely has the sculpt is there. The sculpt is money. It's just the paint job is awful. So here's the infamous costume that they're wearing that has nothing to do with their respective costumes. I don't know. I think they might be wearing this, but I think somewhere in the movie they'll also wear their respective costume as well. So what I mean, like standing side by side, that's I'm happy like that. It's 1049. I'm buying the whole wave. Now the only bad thing, I'll say this though, the fact that you can only get the robot as a build a figure kind of sucks. Now they're doing these in packs. Um, I think the laboratory, one's a 4 pack and everything. But if they were to do a 4 pack of these robots, this is the only one that has the number 4. The rest could have different numbers: 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6, whatever. They offered multiples of this, I would buy them. But right now, this is the only way to get this robot is as a build a figure. So I don't know if they're gonna offer this as a separate 4 pack. I don't know. But I'll say this: if they're using the same material as they're using this one, I would be very, very afraid that these would snap because this material is like really, really soft and I think easily breakable or very brittle. But look, oh, he has the power ring, right? Oh, it's the Green Lantern ring right there. I love that face though, man. That face is just money. Like I think they did a really, really good job on the sculpture of the face. Honestly, the the dimensions of the body is really good. I actually prefer how this body looks better than the McFarlane one because I think the McFarlane one has the head is kind of smaller than it should be on the body compared to the body proportion. This is like perfect, and yeah, I'm really kind of happy about this. But it's very very limited as you can see. There's like it doesn't even have a back. You can't even bend him from flying. So this is very very much like a toy for kids. But you can pose him like this. Oh man, look at that. Superman. He can do the Superman pose. What else could we need? I mean, he just needs to stand like that. That's perfect. There's there's no twist to the wrist. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, like 1049. Also, this I was about to say for this line is kind of like bordering the line of like that's too expensive or that's too cheap for the price. It's for 1049 for $10. It's perfect. If it had been like $15, then I would have been more critical and saying like, man, that plastic is crap. Like, it's really really low quality plastic. But for a $15 figure, but it's not $15. It's 1049. It's $10.50. And yeah, look. Oh my God. It's like a club hand. We're back in those days. But I'm you can't see my face, but I am so happy playing with this because I didn't have to spend $20 on this. I didn't have to spend like um a lot of money and like regret it. It's for $10. Yeah, I'll buy it. I don't care. Anyway, that's it for my review. Oh yeah, the value and the price. So what am I valuing this one? Base price of 10 equaling to 10. The value in this one is, I would initially value it at 12, but to be honest, I'm getting the whole wave. That counts for something. I'm gonna say close to 13 to 14 value because of the low price. Because of the low price, not because of articulation. Articulation is sufficient. At least it's not. What would I compare this to? Oh, I guess I can compare this articulation point to a Masters of the Universe. Look, it has almost the same one. This doesn't have this. Doesn't have an ankle joint and everything. But the plastic on Mattel is much, much more higher. At least it's not retro where there's literally just 5 points of articulation. There's more articulation here. This one has this, has this, has this, has this, and it has this, has this, and it has that. And this one with a twist. So that's not like a McFarlane Superpower. Wait, no. Yeah, it's Superpower Collection, where it's only got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points of articulation, and those are like what, $20? How much is the Super right now? Superpower right now, $13 or 14? I can't remember. But yeah, this is definitely trumps that. So for me, I think the value in this one, I would value it at around between 13 and 14. I initially wanted to value it at 12, but I think its values higher than that because of the price point. And the sculpt on the face is amazing, guys. I cannot stress enough how this face looks very much like the actors. And then the body proportions, they're so natural. They're so realistic. It's perfect. So this is what I thought for sure they had like holes in here, but it doesn't. Look at that. That must be on a smaller figure. Huh. For the price point, the way it looks, it's good. It could have been painted better in the face. If they had done like an extra paint application on the face to bump it up, I think that would have been cool. But for what they're giving us in a Build-A-Figure, I'm very, very happy with this one. Yeah, not a 12. I'm even gonna say it's not a 13. It's close towards 14 or 15. Definitely worth the price that you're paying for this one. And that's it for my review. Spinmasters. What do you call this? DC Comics 6 Superman 6-inch figures. That's how they're marketing it, and definitely worth it. I'm definitely going to be hunting for the rest of the line and finishing it off. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this informative and enjoyable, and I hope to see you guys on my next review. Bye.